So today I'm going to look at a little frequency counter, the handheld thing which I'd forgotten I had, and it was sold by Tandy in the 1980s, and I got one before I had an oscilloscope. It runs off its own internal 9-volt battery and allegedly has an accuracy of about 100 Hz. So I've got a function generator here which is outputting a 20 kHz square wave, and we're going to see what happens when I plug it in. So that looks remarkably close to 20 kHz to me. So now I know it works. Chances are I might not use it, but I'm not going to leave a 9-volt battery in it because it'll just leak. So there was a power brick you could buy for it at the time, but being a cheapskate, of course, I didn't buy that. So I'm going to modify the input socket here, and I found a wee 9-volt power brick which I'm going to wire into it so that I can use it in the future if I want to. So as you can see, this is very much a design of its time, all through hole, and that's the unusual LED display with the wee magnifiers above each segment. So what I want to do is take out this socket and replace it with something different. So I've decided to take the whole thing out while I try and fit in the new socket. So the socket I've got is just something that I found. It fits quite well in there, but the hole doesn't line up with the existing hole, so I'll need to drill something out. I also think it's going to foul with the underside of the battery compartment, so I might need to cut a corner off of that, which doesn't matter because I don't intend to put a battery in here again. So I'm going to solder new wire onto the connector because it'll be easier to do it now rather than when I try and glue it in. Okay, all we need now is a big dod of glue. And while that's drying, I think it's time for a wee cup of tea. That's the plug connected onto the cable to the power brick, and the last thing I need to do is check that it's wired the right way around and that it's given us 9 volts. That looks good. So next thing to do is to plug it in. So I've connected up the frequency counter to this function generator, set it to square wave, and we're at 1 kHz. And remarkably enough, there's a 1 showing there. So if I change this to 10, that's showing 10 kHz, 100. And the highest this will go is a megahertz, which is not bad considering. So I'm quite happy with that. All ready to go back up onto the shelf and probably never be used again.